Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to Clutch Gaming. Today I have another video tutorial for you guys, and we are going to talk about how to move in villagers and move them out via the NHSE save editor. I did have a previous video before this, basically a basic tutorial on how to go through the Players tab, the Villagers tab, and the Map tab. So today we're just going to focus strictly on the Villagers tab. Now, while we're here, you can see that there is a villager index number. Now, if you cycle through this, you see all of the villagers that are currently on your island, and it goes all the way up to villager index number 9. So this is pretty cool. Here you could see the species, the variant, their personality, and their catchphrase. Now you can change the species here, you can change the type of variant, but I don't recommend you change any of these right now because there's going to be a file that kind of preloads everything in for you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to this website. I'm going to link it in the description. Basically here there's going to be a file here called Villager Database. Basically what you want to do is you want to download this file, you want to save it somewhere on your desktop, you want to extract it, and it's just going to be called Villager Database. Once you have that folder set up, you're going to see every single villager that's available in the game. Each villager has 2 files. One is the actual villager data, the other one is the actual house data. Now, this is very important. What you want to do, let's say you want to move in a villager, right? And you want to get rid of someone. Let's say this one right here, Sylvia. You don't want her anymore. So what you want to do is you want to click on Load Villager. When you click on Load Villager, you get the whole list. So it's only going to show the file that you can load for the actual villager here, so don't worry about, oh, am I accidentally picking the house file? Because it won't show up here. So let's say I want to bring in Judy. I'm just going to go ahead, find Judy, found her, I'm going to click Open. Now it's going to say imported data did not originate from villager 0. Update values, you want to click yes. Once you click yes, you have the villager here. You can tell that the species and the variant number automatically changed, the personality changed. So now you have your villager in here. Now, usually what I do is I usually go to File Save immediately. If you don't do that, if you go to Edit House, what you'll see is that it still says Sylvia's house and not Judy's house, even though the NPC 1 is on the right villager index. So what I would do is click File, Save. Once you save the data, if you go into Edit House now, it's going to say Judy's house. You want to make sure that there are no question marks here. If there is a question mark here, that means this number is wrong. You want to make sure the NPC 1 number matches your villager index number. So if it said 2 for whatever reason, it's going to change it to Nate's house, and that's not the person that we're doing this for. So let's change that back. This should be correct when you automatically go in there. If not, just make sure to manually change that 1 number. And the next part is that you want to load in the right house for this villager. Now from here, once you have Judy's house selected, you want to click on Load, and you want to open up the villager database again. So you're going to go find Judy. Once you do that, you're going to click Open, and all of these options right here are going to change. So now these are the correct values that are inside for the exterior of Judy's house. Now you can go ahead and click Save, and you can click File Save. Perfect. So that is exactly how you load a villager into your island with their correct house. If you do not load in the villager house here, then they're going to be stuck with whatever someone else's house for the most part. So that's how you do that. The next thing I want to talk about that a lot of you guys want to know is, how do I move out a villager? Well, that's pretty easy. There's a simple button here that says Moving Out. You go ahead and click that, and you're going to get this alert. It says, are you trying to make the villager move out? If so, set the event flag 24 to 1 so that the villager is removed by the game. You kind of want to ignore this because if you change this flag to 1, the house is going to be gone on your map. So if you run into that problem, it's probably because you went ahead and did this. So if you click OK, you go to edit flags. You want to make sure if you go to 24, it should be on 0. If you change this value to 1 and you click save, the house is going to be completely gone. The villager's not, they're not going to be in boxes. So you want to make sure that stays on 0. Now, once you do that, the villager is going to be moving out. Now, you can do this for multiple villagers. You can just make sure that 24 is set on 0. And you can have all 10 villagers moving out if you wanted to, which is pretty neat. Another cool thing is if you're editing your island and you want them all moved out, but like your house, you don't want their houses on the island, what you can do is remove all the villager houses by the buildings tab in the map, and all of the villagers are just going to be sweeping your town hall, which is pretty cool also. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is the catchphrase. So you can modify the catchphrases, you could type in your own, or if you want to just spawn in what their original catchphrase is, you can just click this button right here and it would automatically put that in right there, which is pretty neat. Now, there are a couple of other tabs here. I'd like to talk about Edit Villager, for example. So if you go to Edit Villager, go to Edit Furniture, you can load that up. You'll see that these are the items that are inside their house. So yes, you can kind of change this up. You can delete stuff, you can add stuff. That's pretty neat. If you go to Edit Wear, these are the clothing that you gifted the villager. Obviously, I haven't done anything with Raymond, so nothing pops up here. If you go to Edit Room, so this is pretty neat. This is the inside of Raymond's house. If you want to actually change the wall, you can do that here. You can go ahead, a drop down comes up. If you want to change it to whatever you want, you can go ahead and pick it from this drop down menu. Same thing here for the wall and the floor. Right there is the floor, and then you can go ahead and save that when you're done. Now, another one, edit design patterns here. There is also edit player memories. Right here it shows their interactions with other players on your island. If you don't have any other characters and you only have one, only one of them is going to pop up here. Then you see flags here, miscellaneous, great. Here you could change the nickname that they call you by. Under flags, there's a bunch of different stuff here. You can kind of go ahead and mess around with it if you want. You could change some of the values from 0 to 1, see what it really does. You don't really have to do any of this if you're just trying to move in and out villagers. One thing that people might want to modify is the friendship level. You could change the value here manually. I'm pretty sure I have this. I'll link this website in the description. Kind of shows you the friendship tiers, how many points it takes for you to become their best friend, and all of that. And you can input that here manually. So if I wanted to make it 200, I can go ahead and click save, and it should be there. There you go. Friendship level at 200. Now, that pretty much covers everything I want to talk about for how to spawn in villagers. If you guys like my content, please feel free to like the video and to sub, and I will be pushing out more NHSE videos and hopefully some other ones as well. Thank you.